Welcome back. This is John Winters with the Business Today radio program. We're talking with David Sussman and Brent Kahlen, and we're talking about the Valcor Licensee Training Program. So you've learned the science of negotiating. Obviously, that's part of what this is. I heard you say the word listen, and I guess that's part of it too. A lot of people want to talk and talk, but if you want to find out something, and
that's okay. We let the other side talk and
figure
talk,
out
and
what's going on.
And it's amazing what you can learn by listening in a situation.
Now, that is fantastic. Now, Valcor Business Debt Mediation Service contacts businesses and lets them know that they can save a great deal on the amount that they owe in certain circumstances if it's properly negotiated. And you have been doing this since 1994.
The years fly by.
You obviously had a great deal of experience doing this, and I heard, too, that you also train other people to do this. A person could start a business. And I know, Brent, that's how you got into it. You were trained in this and took it on, and you're self-employed as a debt negotiator. Is that correct?
That's right.
And you don't have a law degree. You're not a CPA. You just, I guess, are intelligent enough, been in business enough to, or maybe the course is really good. How did that work for you?
Well, I actually, yeah, it is a good, Valcor does offer a good training. I actually started before that in a situation where I used to do home loans, and I had a refinance or a loan sale or a sale of a property going through, which I was doing the loan for, and all of a sudden we ran into a situation where everything came to a stop because there was a lien on that home that was being refinanced or sold and purchased by someone else, to where the lien was so high to the point where it was going to kill the deal. Obviously, everybody wants to get paid. I wanted to get paid. The bank wanted to do the loan.
Seller wanted the property. The buyer wanted to get the property
Everybody wanted to move, but it was, what were we going to do? Well, obviously, there's not too many places where there's room for somebody to give in, and it got down to, it took me about 24 hours to put some serious thought in that, and I started working it down on paper, and I thought, well, something's got to give, and this lien's been sitting here for a long time. This guy wants his money too, but if he doesn't take less than what he is owed, then nobody's going to get anything, and it could be another 20 years before that person would ever see their money, because it would kill the deal on that piece of property. So I went to that person that had the lien and worked something out.
So if you're a business owner and you have some unexpected or some really troubling debt that's come up, you're going to want to contact Valcor. And if you're a person who might want a new business for their own to become self-employed, this sounds like a way to really have a solid business in a down time. And as you say, too, when it's an up time, it's a little easier because there's more money that you can negotiate with. But do you have a training program? Is there something, if you were interested out there and you wanted to get involved in this business for yourself, I assume you can do it from home.
Yeah, we do have that. In fact, I'd like David to address that part, because it's something that we've put together where you can be a part of Valcor on a couple of different levels.
The affiliate training program, John, was established in 1994, and the number of affiliates that were trained through the program is in the hundreds. Worldwide, probably over 1,000. We had a licensee in United Kingdom who was also doing the training. So it's universal from the standpoint of the systems that work. They work in North America, including Canada. They work in the United Kingdom. The affiliate training program is considered by many the pinnacle of business service in business opportunities and franchising. The reason being is Entrepreneur Magazine listed us as one of the top 100 business opportunities for years on end. The reason being for that is because we're dealing with professionals. We're dealing with individuals who are maybe six-figure income earners. They're professional in many different varieties of careers and professions. They may be existing attorneys now, CPAs, accountants, financial service advisors, people who are coming from the real estate industry or the medical services industry. The list goes on and on. Anybody that can communicate effectively, who is motivated and is willing to follow a proven program, can start up this business from a home office, full or part-time. And what Valcor does in the way of providing its affiliates training is it starts with a 2-day initial training program. That is an overview. You can't learn how to run a business in 2 days.
Now, do you have to go to your university or your school, or can you do this also on the internet from your home?
Well, we actually do the training in person, and it's important for us to sit down with the affiliate and provide them step-by-step instruction on exactly how to proceed ahead. But the support, which is ongoing after the 2 days, we call it learning while you earn, is instrumental in allowing that affiliate to get their business up and running in the real world. So we show them how they get their clients. They start going out. They solicit clients who need our services. It's not cold calling. You're contacting companies directly who need the service today. And once you've secured the client, if you have any questions on moving through the process, many of our affiliates never even contacted us, which was incredible, Brent. We always contacted them saying, hey, how's it going? It's been 3-6 months.
I think about 80% or more never called for technical support, and there was a point I remember we said, well, we should check to see if these affiliates are doing okay, and we called them, and they said, well, yeah, I haven't called you. I'm doing fine. I didn't need to call you because the training you gave us was so effective. I knew exactly what to do, went back home and set up and went into business within a couple of weeks.
It's a step-by-step system. And, the people that are most successful in this business, and we've had some very successful individuals. Most of our affiliates are earning in a six-figure income range. We have several affiliates that are earning well beyond that because we show them how to diversify their business into other areas as well. Capital acquisition, financing for businesses. So there's kind of two strings to their bow. Not only do they get their fees for the actual debt settlement that we were just talking about, but also in many cases we're actually able to provide them a resource where the affiliate will get a piece of that back end directly from the lending institutions.
Wow. Now, did I hear you right when you said a 2-day seminar, initial training, so it doesn't take months and months to learn this?
It's a very intensive 2-day training that we do.
People are tired at the end of 48 hours.
They're tired, and so are we when we do it. But boy, I tell you, it gets the point across of what needs to be done.
Now, do you put these seminars in hotels or other venues all over the country, or how can they find out where these seminars are being held?
Well, what we do is we do have training conferences. It depends upon the number of people we're training at any one time. It really depends. Quite frankly, we are providing an intensive 2-day training program. We are not looking at saturating the marketplace at any one time. So they're usually smaller groups. And in some cases, we've actually trained individuals. And, we've met with the individual and we've gone through the training program in person there as well. But most of our training programs do take place in hotels. We have ballrooms. It is done schoolroom style, and there's a lot of information that's imparted.
Now, we're not going to get into prices, but I assume that the training is affordable to learn this. And then once you do, you're out there not really selling a product. You're helping people negotiate. You don't have to charge them an arm and a leg to buy your product. They only have to pay if it works. That sounds like there's not a lot of selling involved. It's just letting them know the product's available.
Well, you're right about what you said. Our training is very affordable when you consider what it costs to take any type of business out there that you want to start up and what the initial costs are if you have to invest in equipment for that business, be it a service business or for producing whatever it is that you might want to produce, whatever type of widget. I mean, it costs money to set up a business. So for taking this type of training, what we can teach you, and with the income that you can in return have within a short amount of startup time, say 2 to 4 weeks, once you return home, start your business, you have your income coming in immediately, and you don't have a large outlay that you have to pay as far as a loan that maybe you took out to start your business that you would have to pay for the next 20 years or more.
So this isn't a franchise, and when I earn my fees for this service that I provide for businesses with debts, I don't have to give you, Valcor, a percentage of it?
No, it's your money.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a big difference between franchising and what we are offering, and it's a considerable difference from the franchisee who is the owner of the local franchise. You know what franchises are. I mean, we drive down the street outside here and you'll see 1,000 of them. Many people refer to franchises or think of franchises as mostly quick service restaurants, fast food restaurants. Franchises are in many different areas.
Oh, yeah, dry cleaners,
yes,
shoe stores, all sorts of different businesses have that franchise model
Right.
where you have to pay a lot of money to get into it. And, if you're going to buy, say, I guess I can say this on the air, McDonald's, for example, you have to pay a lot of money to get that franchise. You have to pay a lot of money to open up the facilities. And then as you earn money, you got to pay that franchise fee all the time. And you're telling me that this is a way you can get a six-figure income without having to pay a franchise fee, not a lot up front, for a training program where you can be out there doing this business in 2 to 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal from the 7-day startup time that we have. We provide a program called the 7-day startup program. It allows the affiliate to be up and running within a week of the training program trading. You're correct, though. I mean, when you're talking, John, from the standpoint of what a franchise costs, you mentioned the granddaddy of them all, McDonald's. You invest in the program, and by the time you've bought a fast food franchise, as you mentioned correctly, you've got the franchise fee, you've got the build-out cost, you've got the equipment cost, you've got to hire employees. Many of them are 16-year-old kids that you can't necessarily trust with a cash register. You're in at 4:30 in the morning and you're finished at 11:30 at night. It's 7 days a week, and at the end of the day, I've been in the industry long enough to know, I've spoken with enough franchise owners that they might net $60,000, $70,000 a year. And the franchise owners said to me many, many times, I've spoken to them, McDonald's or whoever it may be isn't in the franchise business, they're in the real estate business. And for a franchisee to really have a shot at making a very good income or a decent income, they really need to own 3, 4, or 5 of these locations.
And we should say there's nothing wrong with owning a franchise, but you need quite a bit of money to be able to do that.
You need a lot of money. Sounds like a lot of work. And I was just thinking, too, as I understand it, in your business, you don't need ovens and cleaning equipment and all sorts of building and a lot of inventory of equipment. You need a telephone and the ability to listen.
That's correct.
That's true.
And you need to be able to communicate effectively. I'm not going to tell you that this is for everybody. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, John. This is not for everybody. We're not marketing it in that infomercial type way. We're informing people who a lot of our affiliates are dissatisfied with their current state that they're in right now. They're professionals. I mentioned to you CPAs and attorneys and business executives, sales professionals, real estate professionals. And either A, they're in a point right now in their life where their company has either one, they have been laid off and they need to find something, and they're sending their resume out to all the job search boards and 15,000 other people doing exactly the same thing for that one job. B, they're about to be laid off. Or C, they may be at their current company right now and the boss has come in and said, folks, you know what's going on in the economy right now. No bonuses this year. And unless you work at Freddie Mac, of course. or AIG.
All right, we need to take a break right now, and we'll be right back with more from Valcor. You're listening to the Business Today radio program with John Winters. David Sussman and Brent Kahlen are talking about the Valcor licensee training program, and we'll be right back with more after this.